Hello, everyone. I'm Yolanda Y'awa, um, originally from Cape Town, Juge le Toit, as we say it in France. And I'm the owner and founder of a black doll brand, Luvuthando Dolls, which is based in Cape Town. And I also want to say Happy Women's Month to all the queens, to all the Mbokotos of the world, especially in South Africa. And thank you, Mo, for inviting me to be part of this amazing panel of queens. Luvuthando Dolls was founded in 2018, and my inspiration behind the brand was when I did like research and I saw that there isn't much representation in the toy industry for the black child, especially the black young girl. And also, like, having taken a, a walk on memory lane from my childhood and how I was being teased for being dark skinned, and also like how that kind of like caused self esteem issues for me, and it took some time for me to actually own that and to embrace who I am. So I wanted to. I've been a designer since 2003 officially, and I'm also a singer. And I've been designing for amazing women through my journey. But it got to a point that I just felt that yes, I'm designing this, but how much purpose am I bringing into the world, into the space, and am I really a game changer? So I wanted to create a product that young kids of color can be proud of, and a product that can remind them and that they are beautiful, they are special, and that they not the race or their color, that they have like everything like in front of them. And I wanted to promote self-acceptance and self-respect and respect of others, and also diversification, because with our country's history, I thought that was also like an important element, because South Africa is so colorful with different races and different cultures. And it, for me, one of my highlights was being able to penetrate that space um, of, or the market, of the non-black or non-color people, and to date, that's my biggest market. And it would be great, obviously, also like for like for every household, especially like in South Africa and especially in the black communities, for them to own a doll of color or a black doll, because um, as we know, like child's play, it plays a big role in a child's life as they're growing up, because they look at the toy as their role model. So why not bring a doll or a product that the child can see themselves in terms of the skin tone, the body shape, or the hair and all of that. Yeah. So yeah, that is Luvuthando Dolls and what it stands for. And my main goal with the brand, or the vision, is to compete with brands like Mattel, and also to be a top black doll brand in the world. You know, few challenges when I started. I wanted a specific doll box, and I did my research. I called around in South Africa, in the Netherlands, and like yeah, in Europe, and for this doll box, and nobody could make the kind of doll box that I have, because most of my dolls, they have like really big hair, and they wear like big skirts, like because I wanted the outfits to be more like princessy, but an African princess, And at some point, I kind of like almost got discouraged. But then, being a creative, I actually decided, I'm gonna design my own doll box myself and make it myself. And I designed um, a poster. I printed the posters, and I also went around to the stores to check how, like, the boxes are, of doll boxes. And yeah, I experimented with cereal boxes, and covering them with African print and all of that. But until I found the right one using posters and that. And then with that, I could actually I started off that making my doll boxes from posters and putting the doll window and everything. And then I was like in Cape Town again, and I went to a place where I normally print, and I was like, look, if I can make this box, surely you can make my doll box, And yeah, and they were telling me about the measurements of the paper that they use. It's not going to be possible. So me actually sitting down with them and trying to strategize how that can be made out of that, I eventually got um, kind of like the box that I wanted, and this is the box that I use now. And the reason why I'm sharing this is that sometimes, as creatives or as business people, we're gonna have like these visions and or goals for things that we want to achieve, but some people are, because they don't see it, like in your head, they cannot see it as clear as you are. It doesn't mean that you have to give up. The only thing is to try and communicate your vision to them, so that eventually, it materializes into the product or the service that you want. Okay, so another challenge that I was facing, like everyone else, like in the world, was like the financial stability from COVID-19 and all of that. Because when COVID happened, then I just expanded my business, and I employed like more employees to help with the production process. And then a month later, COVID came, and the struggle was, okay, do I keep my employees? And if I can keep them, like how can I do it? Because with the lockdown issues and all of that. And also like I was peddling like, okay, if I take a break for like a year, and what's going to happen with the business, as the brand. But then I decided to hang in there. I did lay off some, and also like the ones that I kept, like moved around in terms of like the hours, shorten the hours, so that at least I can still keep um, a big part of my production team, but let them kind of like share um, the salaries, or yeah, for my from my budget, from my salary budget. Yeah, that worked out. And what I'm actually grateful for is that even though people were struggling, not earning income and all of that, we did have, like that orders, those orders that kept us afloat as a business. And now we are back now in full force, and there's growth in sales and more exposure in terms of like where the brand is at. And the challenge that I have at the moment is like, say for instance, we listed now also with the spa group. Actually, we've been listed for a year, but we cannot put our product at spa because the people that make the decisions, to like the buyers of the shops, they cannot understand that this is a product that is quite needed, because it's a toy brand and all of that, and the main buyer approved the products, but in the stores they don't see that. And I found that yeah, it is a challenge, but um, the good part about this whole situation is that now we listed, and we're supplying CNA stores, nationwide, select stores. And so I guess out of a bad situation comes, something good, because I didn't really want to focus mainly on the spa listing, though I've been at it for like 2 years and we've been listed for a year now. But yeah, I reached out to CNA, and yeah, so that is, I think, a great milestone for the business. But I just wish that as South Africans, also like as adults, we can actually see, because I think there's a notion that like toys, like people don't think so much of toys because they think it's just a toy, it's gonna break and all of that, but they don't understand the impact, that these dolls can have in a child's growth and our nation as well. And also the fact that the black dolls are a movement, they're an experience, and it's it's what's needed at this moment. Yeah. Okay, so I saw there was a question from one of the YouTube viewers,
Yes, I'll talk
and
about
us,
that.
yeah, asking about is my business yeah, online. Yes, we are selling online on Take a Lot, and also different other small online shops. So that has really been helpful. Um, but I think for me as a person, as a creative, because maybe I'm just being subjective. I love to see the dolls in person, because when you see them in person, they are so beautiful. So this is why, like, I just feel that, if they could be just in stores, like nationwide, like, then people can actually see them, and also you can make a choice. You want the light skin doll, or you want the one with braids, or you want this one, then you can just have it there, like the choice at your fingertips. But yes, online presence is really important, and being on marketplaces, so that is really quite helpful as well, because you're on Take a Lot, and also Macro Online, and yeah, a number of others, as I've mentioned, and also our website. Yeah. In terms of our journey, I think the journey for me has been really, really, really amazing, because as much as this whole me creating black dolls, it started off as a hobby and as a curiosity, but then with the responses from some friends and people on social media, then I decided, okay, it's time to really launch it as a brand. And it's amazing how on a daily basis I get messages from strangers, and I also get like my post being shared, or I'm tagged like everywhere, and people actually expressing, how much they love the dolls and what the dolls mean to them. And like this is from every race, like in South Africa, and different genders as well. And so the parents, I can see, like adults really in South Africa, that everyone, like is up, like for the change, and they want to be part of the change, like to make South Africa great, and so I'm really amazed with that, and also to be able to bring the product on an international level, to promote the diversity of our country. For me, it's like really amazing. And because I think we as I think we see so much, like what's been happening, like in the media. We have like people, like maybe like in America, and other, yeah, other continents, how they come and see like stuff from our countries, and they steal our ideas, or they celebrate us or whatever. But I think us as a nation, we don't, or we forgot, like how amazing our nation is, and we need to celebrate that every day. And I don't think we have to wait for Heritage Day or Heritage Month to celebrate who we are as South Africans and as Africans. Yeah, there's just so much that we can do, but to be part of this journey and to be part of this change, I feel so blessed, even at times as a human, like that I want to give up, and then somebody will pop up and say, oh, I saw this doll, and my daughter loves this doll, or my son loves this doll, and thank you for what you're doing. It's like really encouragement. And I know that me being here, it's not just being in business, it's like just being part of a vision, of you- also like bringing employment in our country. And like, instead of being part of a problem, just being part of the solution, and just being a game changer. Yeah, for me it's been amazing.